Good evening, newbies, and welcome to Nonprofits Empowering Worlds podcast. Today we are joined by John Lambert. He is the founder of the Sacred Underground, a San Antonio film festival that uplifts local artists and supports charitable causes. The film festival is happening this week, so you will also be able to find out about what to expect. John will also reveal the very creative way he initially funded this festival. I am Bridget Scarborough, and I am your host. I am a nonprofit strategist and grant writer, and I am the founder of 501c3 My Board. We are a company that is dedicated to helping founders start their nonprofit and get grant ready. If you are new to this podcast, welcome, newbie. Newbie stands for Nonprofits Empowering Worlds. We profile change makers from all over the United States and beyond with the hopes that we inspire others to change makers as well. As well, we bring attention to important causes. Before we bring John to the stage, I would like for you to hear a word from the Female Solution. Female Solution is a media group that allows us to bring you broadcast. Enjoy.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution.
Welcome, John.
I feel welcome, and thank you.
Thank you for joining us this evening. I know you're a busy man. You have a film festival coming up.
That's what they say.
On Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So I am honored that you were able to carve out some time for us this evening, because I, for one, know what it's like to put on a film festival and all that goes into it.
Yeah. Of course I was going to carve out time for you because, allow me to pontificate, Bridget Scarborough carved out a channel for me, and a very beneficial one for me because, as you said, I had some interesting ways to fund my projects up until this point, and you have helped me to carve a way towards legitimacy as a nonprofit 501c3. For that, I thank you.
Well, it was my pleasure.
Yeah.
So for the viewing audience that is unfamiliar with your organization, I'm going to pull up your mission statements and just allow you to talk a little bit about the Sacred Underground, what it is, and what type of activities you do.
All right.
Would you like to read the mission, or shall I?
Either way, you want me to do it?
No, I see that all day long.
I teach middle school. That's my life.
I teach middle school too.
Oh my God, we have so much in common. It's why my social calendar is empty, because I don't know how to function outside the middle school world. I got middle school jokes all day. I talk like a middle schooler, and when I try to function in the adult world, running a nonprofit, people are like, "Okay, you're going to delegate this, and you're going to delegate that, and you're going to sit behind that corner, and you're not going to deal with the public because." Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know what? Just for fun, let's go ahead and do it. Okay.
Okay. Here we go.
So
Is it 1, 2, 3, then shoot?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. You say the 1, 2, 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, shoot.
That's you.
Okay.
You got to do it 3 times, though. It's the best out of 3.
Okay. Here we go.
Right.
1, 2, 3, shoot. Okay.
That's you again. Oh, you already won. So you get to read your own mission. Yay.
All right. Sounds good. I'll read it.
All right.
Sacred Underground Film Festival. Our mission. The Sacred Underground Film Festival remains committed to showcasing independent cinema while fostering community connection and supporting meaningful causes. We believe in the power of film to heal, inspire, and bring people together, especially during life's most profound moments.
Okay, talk to me a little bit about what that means.
Yeah, well, it depends who's reading it, because it is kind of a Rorschach test, like everything else I touch. But if you were asking me, um, I believe what we do is competitive and non-competitive in the sense that we're competing with ourselves, but in no way, shape, or form do I believe we're competing with any other against any other film festival. I believe we bring new audience, new eyeballs, new consciousness, and new energy to the film festival world and into the cinematic world. What do I mean by that? Well, we have so many great film festivals already in place. We have the San Antonio Black International Film Festival, San Antonio Horrific Film Festival for women. We have so many. And so what happens is I'm very much into networking new avenues for people who don't normally go to film festivals, who don't normally think of that as a thing. And so whether it's the Chamber of Commerce, whether it's the theater community, people I've worked with creatively in the writing and the poetry communities, these circles expand. And I believe that film brings, especially in San Antonio, when there's so much conversation that Texas and San Antonio itself is the future of film. There's a lot of talk about that. And what I believe is we need to tap into what we have right here in the fertile grounds of San Antonio, the fertile grounds of the sacred underground. We need look no further. We have a unique voice. We have a unique talent pool. And the more I probe it, the more deep it gets, the more bottomless it gets as far as how well you can tap into it and what you can do with it with a concentrated and concerted effort and vision.
Now, explain to me what is charitable about a film festival? There is a charitable component to what it is that you do as well, isn't
Sure.
it?
Yeah. And we've evolved. It's at first, am I allowed to digress for just a moment?
Sure.
When my wife was sick with the cancer, I didn't know how to deal. And I don't know how to sit still. I don't know how to feel. I'm a typical American male. So I did the film festival that was called Short Shorts from 2009 to 2012 when she was terminal. And we did like 6 different film festivals at a place called the Overtime Theater for 3 of the screenings. It was more than 6, actually. We did a couple also at a sound studio called 13th Floor Studios. And we also did our last one at the Josephine Theater when we sold that sucker out. That was 2013, just after my wife passed away, and it just wasn't fun anymore. So that's how we got started. It was a way to cope. It was a way to deal. I set it off to the side, and the itch has returned once again. How is it charitable? Well, when I was doing it during my wife's sickness, we raised funds for the cancer fund at CTRC for surviving families, getting groceries, getting babysitters, that sort of thing. Our film festival channels funds and awareness towards that cause. And just recently, as the Sacred Underground, we did the Peace Initiative for domestic violence awareness and prevention just recently here. We did that in October 2024, when the wonderful Jess Mahogany hosted for us at Carver. We've narrowed our vision, though. Andrew Jacoby Jeter, Deanna Brown, since day one, have been supportive, and something has been under our nose since day one, and that is EYCCP. That's the Eastside Youth Content Creator Program. They've always been in cooperation with SABIF. They've always been in cooperation with everyone in town who have also been supportive towards us. And Andrew and I started talking. It's like San Antonio's fertile grounds, San Antonio's sacred underground. Where should we be channeling our energy when we talk about San Antonio as the future of film, not just in Texas, but nationwide and possibly worldwide? We got some great kids here. The charitable component is to piggyback on what Deanna Brown is doing at Forward Progress, at EYCCP, where these kids are getting a tuition-free education in at-risk neighborhoods, at-risk situations. They're getting a tuition-free education. And what caught my attention is they lost their funding. And Deanna kept plugging along regardless. And her people kept trucking along regardless at the expense of their own pocketbook in some cases. And it was not a job, it was a mission. And that resonated with me personally. That was sacred, honestly. So when I'm saying charitable, I want to support causes like that. Does it always have to be exclusive to EYCCP? Not necessarily, but I want that kind of energy. That's the kind of energy I want to be a part of. And I think we have something unique. I think we have something powerful. And I think we have a charity that more than matches our energy.
So the proceeds of this festival that's happening this weekend, partially, if not all, will be going to EYCCP?
Yes. So before I got my 501c3 status with the Sacred Underground, Deanna and Andrew said, well, maybe we can team up. We can put you on an umbrella if you can channel 10% of your ticket sales towards us, that sort of thing. Pretty typical arrangement. Well, I got this 501c3 from your wonderful services before the show. And I said, you know what? Let's keep that energy. Let's keep the 10% going in your direction anyway. And then on top of that, all of the fundraising, all of the sales, all of the begging, the pleading, and all the rest for donations will go strictly to EYCCP. So we're going to have QR codes. There'll be a silent auction. The after party at Paramore, which is free entry, is all focused on completely our charity, EYCCP. And whatever people feel compelled or inspired to donate, it's all them, it's all them, it's all them. So short answer, 10% of the ticket sales. Long answer, beyond the ticket sales, all energy goes towards them this Saturday night.
Yeah, and that was what was so interesting about you, John, when we first met, was that you have a nonprofit, but part of what your mission is to help other causes. So yes. You're doing the film festival, and we're going to get into more about what's entailed with the film festival, because even that in and of itself involves a lot of EYCCP staff and students. And so you're creating somewhat of an ecosystem here where, yes, you're putting on a film festival, but it's directly benefiting other causes, as well as you are fostering talent from the behind the scenes work. Am I correct? Mm-hmm. And then you're also showcasing filmmakers that would ordinarily not have a platform. So there's all these different directions that your organization is benefiting the community.
Can I make a confession?
Go ahead.
It's purely selfish.
No, it's not.
I'm going to prove it to you.
Okay, tell me.
Purely selfish. The better EYCCP does, the better Andrew's Creative Arts Film Festival does, mm-hmm. the better SABIF does, the better San Antonio Film Festival does, the better I do. Because if there wasn't an initial excitement and enthusiasm for the idea of film festivals, there would be no traction with the people that are new to the concept. Also, we're learning to space out the screenings over the course of the year a lot better now and not overrun each other. So people who tend to attend the film festivals, they don't attend one. It's it's an addiction almost. It's like the pub crawl downtown San Antonio. So you go to one in February and there's this high of going to this film festival and meeting all these industry types and all the rest. And then you meet another flavor in May, another flavor in July. People have that bug. People that like film festivals go all year. That's what I've discovered. And my little niche is the gateway drug, to bring new eyeballs, new hearts, new minds into that that river, so to speak. Because the people I meet, for example, I will meet Black filmmakers that have never heard of San Antonio Black International Film Festival. I will meet female directors that have never heard of the horrific Women Film Festival run by Cynthia Bergen, and so on. The Q Fest is another one, right? LGBTQ community. So we have a great time at our film festival. I encourage other film festivals, if they want, to set up a table. Sabif can attest to that and talk to people, because I do my film festival once a year. And if I don't include other organizations in the conversation, then I appear once a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, if I support other film festivals and help them succeed in my small way, I'll fold chairs, I don't care. I'll pass out flyers. What it does, selfishly, I told you I was selfish, is I remain in the conversation. And I very much call it cross-pollination between different film groups, but also different artistic disciplines. We have a spoken word community that has been on fire for us. Our women that have hosted the film festival so far have all been spoken word superstars. Writers, we've had dancers, we've had artists, you name it. And I believe that film is a very diverse medium for the arts. And I believe that film festivals can be exciting for just about anyone, regardless of where you stand on the creative spectrum. If you have a vibe, they will come.
So tell me a little bit about the film festival itself. So it's happening this weekend on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
What should people expect when they come to this film festival?
All right. What should they expect? I love the fact that it's San Antonio based. I love the fact that it's San Antonio invitational, meaning submissions from all over Texas, submissions from all over the country, and even all over the world. 90 submissions came in, 13 of them from countries outside the US. We had 13 judges that weighed in and scored. None of them know the results. All they know is what they scored. And out of those 13 judges, one of them represents a certain film festival that has been supportive to us. You might know about them. The San Antonio Black International Film Festival helped us on the judging. And by the way, thank you to them. We've had actors, we've had writers, musicians weighing in. And what makes me proud about that is that there's going to be a very eclectic feel, not just, I feel like the judges are a metaphor for that. You're going to get whiplash watching these films. Literally, and anyone who's judged it knows that the films are so different from each other. You're sentimental, irreverent, even offensive in some cases. And I think that people are going to, within the same evening, feel all kinds of things. People are going to love some things. They're going to hate other things based on their personality. One thing they're not going to be is indifferent. And the energy, good, bad, ugly, everything in between, I think it will be a conversation starter. I intentionally place people on the periphery from different organizations to get conversations going beyond this Saturday night, moving forward. I heavily believe in cross-pollination. It's a very eclectic night that we got. We have a 50s theme. If you show up in 1950s fashion, you get half price. Dress up 50s, 50% off.
Oh,
If
that's cool.
Yeah, um,
That's cool.
you get half off if you're a senior or a student and a member of the San Antonio Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. We got the admin where I work at the school. He's donating barbecue brisket. Everybody who shows up gets barbecue brisket. Is that random? Is that eclectic? Everybody gets brisket. You get a car and you get a car. You get
That's
brisket.
not random in San Antonio.
You know what? Everybody gets brisket, right?
I had never tried brisket until I moved to San Antonio.
Yeah, so everybody gets brisket, and
Never had a brisket before.
we have the live soul music of Vocal Velvet that will be rolling at 2 p.m. when the doors open. We have EYCCP, the kids at EYCCP with a table, and also they're going to be conducting our shaggy carpet interviews with local filmmakers, artists, and all the rest. And shaggy carpet is our version of the red carpet. It's going to be the kids that are going to be engaging the audience. Why did Andrew and I do that? Because they're getting trained professionally, and we want them talking to filmmakers. We want filmmakers to be asking them, what is it that you do besides conducting interviews? We want these kids down the road to be hired by local filmmakers. That's the real end game here.
Yeah, and EYCCP, when we had the San Antonio Black International Film Festival, they also supported our awards dinner.
Yeah.
They served the dinner and helped seat people. They were ushers and receptionists. I don't know, would you call them that a receptionist, the person that you see when you first walk into a film, an award ceremony? I don't know if I will call that a receptionist or not, but they wore many different hats and had many different jobs at the award ceremony.
Ambassador is a good word.
What is it called?
Ambassador.
Ambassador, yes. So yes, they were ambassadors. Thank you for that, because I couldn't think of the word. I knew receptionist didn't sound powerful enough.
I'm an ambassador.
They really looked good, and they made the evening flow, and they were very polite. So yes, you all are training them well, but they're not necessarily to be brand ambassadors, but they're also learning, right? How to make films. Am I right?
They are. And they're learning it A to Z, pre-production, post-production, sound, editing, everything. And
so I love it. I just love this ecosystem you have going on. So you have a film festival, people pay to attend the film festival, that those proceeds go to support, the youth and their development in the film industry. I just think it's an awesome thing that you're doing.
We're homegrown and organic.
Let me go ahead and I'm going to share my screen. I want to pull up the Sacred Underground website so people can see some of the movies we're not going to show any promos, but at least the promo pick and some of the names of the films that are going to be shown.
Sure.
And talk about the types of film. While I'm pulling this up, can you talk about the types of films that's going to be shown? Are there documentaries, shorts? What's in store in terms of the types of films, how the length of the films, things like that?
The answer is yes. Meaning, you name it. So music videos, poetic shorts, action. There's one. Oh my God. There's one. There's one that's a mockumentary about an adult film star, and so yeah, we're gonna lose some people on that one. But I was outvoted on that one, so there we go. We're gonna roll with it. We got.
Do you have disclaimers for what films?
Yes.
Are age? What the age range is for each film? Okay, so people will know. Hey, I can bring my children, but this particular film they shouldn't go see.
We're gonna say we're basically gonna say you might want to go for a walk on this one.
Okay.
Go eat some barbecue. Right.
Blindfold your 5-year-old.
Right. Go for a walk on this one. Go eat some barbecue. but as far as the genres, right? We have documentaries, we have music videos, you name it. I don't know if you want to scroll through it, but we can talk through it.
Okay, I'm going to share it now.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. George Robledo,
So here,
he designed that.
so here are some of the categories.
Yeah.
Short films, extended short film, documentary, student films.
Mm-hmm.
How young are the filmmakers for the student films? Like, what's the youngest?
From what I've seen, late teens to young adult. From what I've seen.
Oh, okay. So we actually have some films from teenagers in the film festival.
I have to confirm that, but
okay. But very young, maybe early.
I'm thinking like early 20s for the most part.
Early 20s.
Yeah. And I have to verify.
There's an after party.
There is, hosted by Robin Dragonfly Laverne. Do you know her?
I do.
She's fantastic. She just got done doing a one-woman show about her journey with her mother with dementia, and broke my heart. I don't cry easily, but yeah.
You know, I hated that I wasn't there to see that show. I really wanted to be in San Antonio to see that show. I really want to be in San Antonio to see your film festival.
Yeah.
But I just left San Antonio from the San Antonio Black International Film Festival.
Yeah.
So
it was great to catch up. So the wonderful Dragonfly, she'll be hosting our matinee and our after party. For the main event, we have the wonderful fire starter, Jania Moore, who brings such a wonderful, positive, vibrant energy. Everyone is going to love Jania Moore.
Okay. Are you able to see my screen?
So all I see is the promotional poster with the brick wall and the graffiti kind of thing.
That's not what you're supposed to be seeing.
It's all right. We'll make this work. Can you
take that? Let me stop sharing. Now,
thank you. I'm sorry?
Initially, you did see the website, though, correct? Because I heard you.
I don't think I saw the website just yet.
Okay, let me try one more time. If it doesn't work, we're just going to move on. Share screen. Okay. I thought you were seeing it the entire time.
Oh, I mean, I can play along. There we go. Okay.
Okay. So this is the website.
Mm-hmm. Now, Helix one is the one that I directed. So
yes, and we're going to talk about that.
Sure.
We're going to talk about that a little bit in the second half.
Sure.
Okay. Just making sure you can see me scrolling, right?
I see it.
Okay. So these are some of the films that are going to be shown at the festival. As you can see, there are plenty. How many films are there altogether?
21 total. So the matinee is those first 6 films that you saw there. That the matinee are the longer extended shorts, and that starts at 3 p.m. Doors open at 2 p.m. Those first 6 films have a runtime between 20 and 30 minutes, and that's going to be hosted by Dragonfly, Robin Laverne.
Okay.
Now these ones, those are the shorter shorts that range anywhere between 2 and 20 minutes.
And this is the one that you were talking about, the world of James
James
Dagny.
Dagny. Good Lord.
Let me
Good
get
Lord.
this off the screen pretty quickly.
Yeah.
If you're
So
bringing your kids, don't take them to this one.
right. I'm even closing my eyes. Let's put it that way. Um, and it's one of those things where my experience has been that judges either loved it or hated it. The some judges think it was hilarious. Then, predictably, other judges were like, "What's happening?" Right? Um, it is what it is. The chips are going to fall where they may.
Okay,
So,
we're going to have to take a commercial break in just a minute, but I do want to bring to your attention Down the Hatch. I'm sorry. That's an animation, right?
yes, ma'am.
Yes. So there's some animation there. You'll get the whole gamut in this film festival.
Left and right, left, right, and center.
So if you want to see for yourself the promos and read more about the films to help you decide if you want to attend, you can go to the website. I'm going to put that up now.
Mm-hmm.
So the website is thesacredunderground.com. www.thesacredunderground.com.
Yes,
and we're going to take a quick commercial break. And actually, in this commercial, this is your commercial.
Is it?
It is you, my friend, talking about how you can get tickets to the event.
Oh, that's good.
So let's check it out.
Hey, it's who cares who I am? I'm here to represent the Sacred Underground. I'm on a mission from God, or something like that. Anyway, I'm getting several inquiries about tickets, pricing, and all the rest. Please don't buy your tickets online unless you're super rich. If you're super rich, by all means. But most of the people in my circle are not super rich. Don't buy them online if you can avoid it. Buy the tickets, pre-purchase, on site at the Little Carver Theater, 226 North Hackberry, at their physical address, brick and mortar, box office window. Why? Because, okay, less convenient, but the Ticketmaster fees are insane. I'll just say that. I don't like the Ticketmaster fees. It's $20 per screening, $20 for the matinee, $20 for the main event short films that are being screened. I really hope you attend also the matinee, a film that I wrote and directed and produced alongside with George Robledo. I'm proud of that one. I don't believe it is for everyone, but I'm proud of that one. And it's screening non-competitively, but $20 per screening and $30 for the day pass. Proceeds benefit EYCCP. And the reason I don't want you to pay Ticketmaster is that whatever extra amount of money you would have given to some billionaire, give it to EYCCP, or the future of San Antonio film. Come on now. Also, it's something in my heart. If the price is something that's tough for you and you want to go, I don't want price to be an obstacle for you to attend if you want to go. Not on my watch. If you want to go and just funds are a little bit tough, I got you. I will pay for your ticket.
Great commercial.
Thanks.
Although I don't think you intended that to be a commercial, did you?
No. As always, I digress into all kinds of side topics, and I never stay on target. Originally, I was just going to say, please don't buy your tickets online and donate to the billionaires at Ticketmaster. But buy on site. And then I just went on this tangent because I can't resist going on tangents. I'm going on one right now, so it's the way of a cult leader.
So I just want to tell my audience, guys, he is so funny to me. He gets on Facebook and he does these things called, what do you call it? man, middle-aged man in a car rants.
Oh, yes. Right. You know, like usually when there's a dude my age that's in a car, yeah, here comes a political rant, right? And so it's a punchline at this point. Middle-aged men cannot resist the chance to rant at the world from their car. I don't know what that is, but here we are. And so I've decided to channel that energy and save the world one film festival at a time from my car.
Absolutely.
Welcome to my midlife crisis.
So before we went on break, you were talking about your film. So you're not just the founder of a nonprofit, but you are also a filmmaker yourself.
Well, you know, there's a long string of asterisks to that. I was running this film festival, and George Robledo, who put the program together, he's like this technical whiz. I would put our production value on the screening with anybody, not because of me, but I hit the jackpot with George. That's the guy I hired. He goes, "Why don't we shoot something?" I'm like, "That's crazy. Let's do it." And I had an idea. He had an idea. And his idea was about this serial killer who silences the voice of his female victim. As she screams for help and all the rest, she's muted, and he speaks for her. And she doesn't get her voice until the end when she gets her comeuppance. I had a previous idea where it was like this film noir type intrigue of revenge and obsession and entitlement between the members of a love triangle. And George says, "I wonder if you could write this idea that I have." And I said, "Well, why don't I write both ideas and weave them somehow?" He goes, "How are you going to do that? They have nothing to do with each other." I was like, "Well, you know, I've been hanging out with spoken word poets, and they're very stream of consciousness, and nothing ever has to make sense, you know, as far as time order or anything like that." And he goes, "What are you talking about?" I said, "Well, we could go stream of consciousness. The serial killer comes in, confesses. The members of the love triangle confess their sins and all the rest at this confessional performance, and they inadvertently confess the same poem and the same themes and the same obsessions of entitlement, of rejection, and dealing with rejection, and ultimately, if I were to say I had a point, I might say that there's a thin line between different people and how they respond. And I think that, yeah, I think there's a thin line between, let's say, the serial killer versus the jealous husband or whoever it is. People deal with the same things. People deal with the same hurts. So how good are your coping mechanisms? How well do you carry that?
And I want to make sure that we're talking about this film that you're referring to is Helix, which is going to be in the film festival on Saturday.
Yes. So those two narrations weave around each other.
Okay.
And there's like cutbacks and callbacks and flashbacks, and they weave around each other visually and in narration. Yeah.
Is this your first film?
Yeah, officially. Well, no. I did a very ill-advised film before called Evil, Evil, Evil. It was a mockumentary about the world's most evil heavy metal band, making a comeback with their most evil album ever, titled Evil, with the world's most evil single ever called Evil. Evil, Evil, Evil. And the band members are called Hack, Crack, Smack, Whack, and Attack. It's just a mess.
That's funny.
I played Hack. Taylor James Johnson was Crack, and Roman Garcia was, I think he was our drummer. No, he was our bass player. Yeah. Anyway, we filmed that at the Josephine too. We had all kinds of people as our extras in the audience and all the rest. Do you want a plot twist on that one?
Sure.
You know how those in the 80s they were obsessed with evil bands and playing their records musically backwards, and then supposedly there's a message from the devil.
Oh yeah.
Our band was so perfectly evil that when you played it backwards, it had like a Christian message, the exact opposite, and we turned into a Christian boy band.
That is, that's hilarious.
We tried.
The way your mind works, I could definitely see why you're a filmmaker.
We're trying.
I do have a question from one of our newbies.
Yeah.
What kind of subjects are the very young filmmakers addressing in their films? Great question.
You know, I would, yeah, I would very much direct anybody and everybody to EYCCP's folks and all the rest of these kids. They addressed racism. They addressed, the relationship with the community and the police, that kind of that tension, so to speak. Of course, they're young, so they love the action and all the rest. But as an adult, I was impressed when I went to their screening recently in September with some of the mature takes that they had on current events. And that's what stuck with me. These are very intelligent kids, very aware kids. As far as our event this coming Saturday, I will say that one of the films has some parallels to what's happening with immigration here in the United States. I'll just say, without spoiling anything, it's very relevant. Yeah.
Okay. So just recently, you went on a trip.
Yes, ma'am.
And the reason why I'm reminded of that is because of the hat that you're wearing right now.
Yeah.
It says Vietnam. And
Mhm.
so you just recently visited Vietnam.
Loved it. Absolutely fell in love with the people there. It's cliche to say it when people say you should travel, you should travel, you should travel. And I love travel, but I don't subscribe to all kinds of travel. I subscribe to the kind of travel that feels more authentic, where you go on a tour hanging out with locals,
Yeah.
cooking with locals, staying in the homes of locals, traveling with locals, asking locals where they would want to go for a good night out in the town, as opposed to the tourist traps and all the rest. I I mean, I couldn't fit everything here, but we started in North Vietnam and we just went train hopping from north to south. We saw both sides geographically of the conflict that we had there. We met people. We saw things that had to do with the war. We saw things culturally. And one thing that stuck with me is how resilient, how resourceful those people are. Everyone I ran into, they make do with what they have. And the resources are limited, but they make do with what they have and they thrive. And it was just kind of a lesson to me. Like I lose my mind if my Netflix account bounces. But it just blew my mind that there's no wasted motion with the people that I ran into. They use what they have and they thrive with what they have. And the food's delicious. The locally grown ingredients that they put into the wine was amazing. The late night conversations, the music, it was great. And the
What were
way
you
that
cooking? What were you cooking here? Sorry to interrupt.
oh yeah. So you know those well, we made a bunch of stuff, but a bunch of stir fry and all the rest. But you know those wraps made from rice paper and all the rest?
Oh
And
yes.
so we made that from scratch, bro. We made that from scratch, locally grown rice from the patios right around us, and these beautiful resorts in the middle of nowhere with shades of green that Americans have no idea about. We think we know what green is. No, we don't. Um, and we think we know what valleys and I'll just stop right there. So locally grown stuff. Um, and the food was just the tip of the iceberg there. It was rubbing elbows with them. It was them giving us a hard time when we stirred it wrong, and playing pranks on us when they saw that we were struggling with the ingredients. They have They have a very mischievous sense of humor. I loved it. There was one resort where we stayed there. It was family run in the middle of nowhere. All the kids, some of them natural, biological, some of them adopted by foster. And the whole family just ran this big, huge resort completely by family members. From cooking to cleaning to hospitality. It was just, yeah. And they ran it so well. It was so beautiful, so much hospitality, and it was genuine. It wasn't welcome to Walmart hospitality. It
Right.
was it was the real thing.
Authentic, very authentic.
Like when they said, "I'm happy to see you," you believed it. It was that kind of hospitality. Yeah.
So, what made you want to take this journey to
Midlife
Vietnam?
crisis. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
What made you want to take the journey to Vietnam? Why Vietnam? What compelled you to go there?
Because I'm still healthy. I'm not getting younger. I don't look younger. I'm not getting prettier. And my knees still work. I'm still active. I can still I can still do long hikes in the Mekong River Delta like I did. Eh, But I also know that time is short and my knees will not always work. And now's the time to do everything I ever want to do. There, there, there is no later. If I want to run a film festival, it's now. If I want to go to Vietnam randomly for no good reason whatsoever, it's now. And it called to me. I wanted to travel again. I went to Italy, which I loved couple summers ago. I went to Greece, and then I was scrolling. And you don't typically see Vietnam as the go-to place.
Right.
Maybe partially for political reasons. I don't know. But I saw the pictures, and I'm like, oh my God. And it just called to me. I got to see this place. And now there's a bunch of other places I want to see, other places that I'm going to see, just because, for no good reason whatsoever. And I
Yeah.
love, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Finish your sentence.
I love traveling alone. My friends and family think I'm crazy for going to Southeast Vietnam, in Southeast Asia by myself, not knowing anybody, not knowing the alphabet, not knowing the language, and all the rest. But I'm not a big fan of the tour bus.
Yeah.
Um, and I have a small window for my version of adventure. Now I'm not Indiana Jones, but my window of what I call adventure and taking some chances and feeling alive and in the moment on some small level, like sticking my head out a window in the middle of the countryside, going through Vietnam and just seeing the rice paddies going past and things that I would never see otherwise. It was just great. We saw the border between Vietnam and China, which looks like a huge casino, by the way. I wasn't expecting that, but just really cool things. I loved it.
Now, did this trip inspire you artistically? Did it inspire you charitably?
Mhm.
What did you take away from this trip, and how does this inform what you're doing here in the United States?
Yeah, I would say Vietnam inspired me the way the local spoken word artists and poets have done when I've witnessed them. So there's this unspoken bias in local independent low budget film where there's this temptation to go small because the budget is small, because you can only go into a limited amount of locations, whatever it might be, and you can't pay people so much. But what spoken word poets do and what Vietnamese people do, their common ground is they make so much happen with so little. The spoken word poets, they have a microphone stand, a microphone with some feedback, and a smoky hall. And the ideas are not small, the ideas are huge. And they can fill any room. They could fill a cafeteria. They could fill a 70,000 seat stadium with those ideas, with the directions they take. Vietnamese people do amazing things also on the spot. They make things work. And what I see personally from both of those lessons is a middle-aged widowed man on a teacher's salary who makes things work. I at the risk of sounding arrogant, I've created something that people are excited about. And when I have no big contacts on my Rolodex. I'm not I'm not a tycoon. I'm not rich. I'm not influential. I'm just some dude. But that's what I like about my position. It's very guerrilla warfare. It's using what you've got. And I think we've done that pretty well.
Yeah, and you keep saying you do these things for selfish reasons, but I don't see it.
I like that chemical high that you get when something
Okay.
is exciting. Very selfish.
Okay. I get that.
Yeah.
Tell me what's happening in this picture.
Good Lord. We were in Vietnam, and there might have been Vietnamese beer involved, possibly. And we were singing karaoke. And anybody who knows me, I'm not much of a singer, right? But I am a rock star. You don't have to be a singer to be a rock star. I have a certain, I can fill a room with my energy. And we were floating in the river, and I happened to be singing. I was singing "Anarchy" in the UK by the Sex Pistols in Vietnam, and the locals on the side of the river, they were very encouraging towards me. God bless them, because the Lord knows it didn't sound good.
Well, you definitely look like you had fun.
Yeah, I did.
So you did talk about the Vietnamese doing a lot with little. That made me think about how you started the film festival. So I want to kind of circle back around to when you first started the film festival.
Yeah.
And I think your first one was when, like in 2009 or something like that?
Yeah, so the first block was 2009 to 2013. I completely depended on the kindness of strangers. Let me use your theater. Let me use this. Let me use that. Total moocher, total freeloader, red flag after red flag, swipe left on me. Then in 2024, I started selling my body as far as to science, clinical trials, because I had it in my heart and in my mind to start paying people for things. There's too much in not just San Antonio, there's too much overall where artists are working for free. And can I pay people what they're worth? Absolutely not. But can I pay people something? Absolutely. And even if my budget is low, I think people should be rewarded for indulging your madness, indulging your time, indulging your project, which may or may not be Shakespeare. It may not be brilliant, right? So they're giving their time, their energy, with no guarantee that something local is going to be worth their time artistically. Time is valuable. And so at first I started donating my body to science to pay people something. And my family thinks I'm crazy for that. But I believe that there's an energy that crackles, that other people sense, that other people feel when they know that you put yourself on the line, when they know that you bet on yourself, and when they know that you bet on them. And you are the chief blame taker if it doesn't work. People sense that.
Yes.
So I'm not a genius, but I am consistent and I am real. That's what I have to offer.
And you're dedicated. That's what I see.
Yeah, it's that
Because
Taurus.
that takes a lot of dedication,
Mm-hmm.
and that takes a lot of selflessness to think about other people and them getting paid and having that be at the forefront of your mind. And so I commend you for the work that you've done in the past. I commend you for what you're doing now. And I don't care what you say. I see you as a selfless person.
Oh, man. Yeah, there goes my street cred. But I will say that people It's
I mean,
feeling
you
good.
offered to buy people tickets to your festival.
Because I want. Can I say ASS? I can't. I, I can't say asses and seats. I want asses and seats.
Oh,
That's
got you. Okay.
yeah, pu-
Now that I can understand.
pure, purely selfish, right? So no, but
Well, hopefully this video will go viral, and by Saturday we'll have millions of viewers, and
billions.
you're gonna have to turn people away.
I have a good feeling about it.
Yeah,
I have a good feeling about it. The energy is good. The enthusiasm is good. There's a sense that we're gonna have a good time.
I think so too. I really, really wish I was there. You know, San Antonio is my second home.
Yeah, it's a good city.
It really is. Good city, good people.
Yeah.
Now, if someone wanted to donate to your organization, how would
Mhm.
they do that?
I'm glad you asked because pretty soon I'm going to have a donation option to the Sacred Underground mission and cause, but not until after Saturday. Right now, all hands on deck for EYCCP. I direct you to EYCCP. It's all about EYCCP. Forwardprogress.org. EYCCP. Call the number on your screen. Do what you got to do. Run, don't walk. Donate to EYCCP because these kids are the future of film in San Antonio and the world.
Yes. So if you would like to donate to EYCCP, and that stands for, tell us what that stands for again.
Eastside Youth Content Creator Program.
Eastside Youth Content Creator Program in San Antonio. And they work with the youth, up and coming filmmakers.
Yeah.
And if you want to donate, you can go to www.fwdprogress.org/EYCCP, or you can just go to www.fwdprogress.org, and on that website, you will see information about EYCCP. You will also see a donate button.
If you don't know Deanna Brown, you need to. She's doing God's work with those kids. Yeah. Check out the website.
Oh. Wrong picture. I want to pull the EYCCP flyer up again.
Sure. There they are.
Yeah.
Eastside Youth Content
There's your
Creator.
babies.
Yeah.
And so this was a program that I guess just ended.
They did.
Is there a graduation ceremony and
I believe
certificates?
so.
What do they get at the end of this? What's the benefit of going through these programs, these EYCCP programs?
So what I will say, I don't know officially how they do their graduation and such, but I do know of some of their graduates from their program that are working regularly and for paid gigs as we speak. So they emerge from that program career ready. And I need to do my research on the actual graduation portion of things. So yeah, I will say that what they do is relevant because they keep getting hired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, John, I think we have one comment. Here's another comment from Naomi. I started selling my body. I had left the room. The statement made me come running back in.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. I love it. Yeah,
Okay, well,
but you know
go
what?
ahead.
We're always selling ourselves, no matter what you do. You know?
That's true. That's true, actually.
And you're either putting it on the line or you're not.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, John, we are running out of time. I just have to say that I am ecstatic that you were able to carve out time in your busy schedule with an event as massive as the film festival is coming up on Saturday. But we do have to end the broadcast, and I just want to say I appreciate you. I thank you, and I'm in your corner, buddy.
Thank you. Homegrown and organic. Welcome to the underground.
So we're going to end this broadcast and hear a few words from the Female Solution, and give you a glimpse of some of our upcoming guests.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the Female Solution. We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, Dhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, ngiyabonga. Senegal, jareh. Kenya, asante. Israel, toda. Pakistan, shukriya. Afghanistan, tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.